Now at 10, authorities search a strip pit in Craig County, Oklahoma for possible clues to a cold case. Plus, residents in Ottawa County, Oklahoma meet the FEMA personnel to discuss possible disaster relief benefits. And the Route 66 Heritage Festival rolls through Miami, Oklahoma.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Investigators searched a northeast Oklahoma body of water for any signs of human remains. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Anthony Saviello. Cold case investigators from Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas again searched a strip pit in Craig County looking for human remains. Cadaver dogs on the front of boats alerted handlers to certain areas of the 33-acre body of water on private property.
So the dogs came out again today and they alerted the very same locations that they alerted last time, which was a couple of weeks back. And that's what we're doing. We've got buoys that are out on those locations. We've got divers that are down in those locations. We have drones, we have specialized equipment, and we're hoping that we find the skeletal remains we're looking for.
Investigators are not detailing specific cold cases, but their sources have come forward recently saying this strip pit was used as a dumping ground in decades past. Authorities in southeast Kansas make an arrest in a homicide. They say this man, Ryan McCullough of Neodesha, was involved in an altercation with the victim, David Whitgen of Coffeyville. Whitgen passed a few days later. After a thorough investigation conducted by the Coffeyville Police Department, a warrant was issued for McCullough's arrest. McCullough has been taken into custody, charged with murder in the second degree. We'll go to meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a first look at our weather.
Well, temperatures now dropping down to mid-70s, so we're getting down to the lower 70s for most of the area. Pretty light wind out of the east. Humidity is getting higher though, so we're really seeing those humidity percentages drive up this weekend. Temperatures are also going to follow along with that, and it's going to be pretty hot, pretty muggy this weekend. But for right now, temperature is about 75 out in Stockton, 78 in Parsons and Iola, 79 still in Independence and Chanute. So we're all in the mid to upper 70s currently. Like I said, dropping down to the lower 70s. Got a light breeze out of the east, southeast, 5 miles per hour in Joplin, Miami. Everything about just about that. We're not seeing much else tonight. Had a few showers pass by earlier today and still one going near Lamar. But outside of that, we're mostly dry. And we'll have more details for you in just a bit.
All right, Lindsay, thanks. Oklahoma residents are running out of time to apply for federal assistance for storm damage. The deadline is July 31st for storm damage between April 25th and May 9th, which includes Ottawa County. FEMA is offering help in the form of rental assistance, basic home repairs, personal property loss, and other expenses related to storm damage. Both the Ottawa County Emergency Manager and FEMA representatives say it is important for anyone impacted to apply, even if they don't think they qualify.
So if you don't think that you could possibly qualify for assistance, we still urge you to register anyways, because you just never know. You could be leaving money on the table. We certainly don't want that to happen. We don't want to leave a single survivor behind.
FEMA has distributed more than $8 million in assistance to those impacted by these storms so far. You can learn more about assistance available on our website, of course. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Fort Scott shoppers and businesses can soon take advantage of a tax holiday. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more from the event that promises big bucks and big savings.
Bring people into town to save and get some great deals.
Angela Simon is the owner of Bids and Dibs, a consignment store in Fort Scott, and she's looking forward to the Fort Scott sales tax holiday and preparing for the influx of shoppers.
We plan ahead by stocking all of the name brand items. We love things that are new with the tags.
She says the sales tax holiday is especially important with back to school shopping gearing up.
Back to school is an expensive time for all parents. By the time you do your tuition and books, all the enrollment fees, activity fees, we just want to give them a little reprieve from some of that expense. Taking the sales tax off things just helps a little bit.
The sales tax holiday starts on August 2nd through the 4th, and shoppers will save 9.4% at participating stores. She says it makes a big difference.
On the economy that we're in right now, even that little extra boost of eating the sales tax off something helps tremendously. So it's our privilege to be able to help families locally that way.
Lindsay Madison is the CEO of the Fort Scott Chamber of Commerce, and she says she looks forward to the tax holiday because it encourages the community to shop locally.
Keep people local as well as bring people into town to save and get some great deals for going back to school or furniture, home decor, and we even have a couple restaurants that participate.
Madison says the idea of the Fort Scott tax holiday was started by local retailers, and they look forward to supporting their community during back-to-school shopping and encouraging the community to support small businesses. Reporting in Fort Scott, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
Well, to see a complete list of businesses participating in the sales tax holiday, just again, head over to our website, KOAMNewsNow.com. Festivities are underway at the Oklahoma Route 66 Heritage Festival in Miami. It's a two-day celebration that takes over the city's main street and part of Route 66. The festival features live music, food trucks, and a marketplace. There is also a Kidsville with bounce houses, magic shows, face painting, and a lot more throughout the weekend. Attendees can also view the festival's car show or the Smokin' on the Route barbecue competition. Community members say the yearly Heritage Festival is a great way to bring people together.
This is one of the best parts of the job. You get to kind of see everyone, no matter their background or income, they get to come and enjoy and make memories. And so everyone gets to come together and see people they haven't seen since high school or they haven't seen in such a long time and just enjoy the whole night, enjoy the whole weekend.
Heritage Festival activities will continue tomorrow, starting with a 10K run at 7 a.m. and booths open until 7 p.m. Connect to Culture today announced its performance lineup for the 2024-2025 season. The lineup is broken into 4 categories. They are the Curtains Up Series, Cornell Series, Ignite Series, and One-Offs. Officials say they are supporting more artists than ever before, with performances scheduled through May of next year.
Having this destination for this high quality of performances in Joplin is just expanding the opportunities for everyone that lives in Joplin, as well as bringing in people to Joplin as a destination for those shows.
You can find performance dates and artists on our website, KOAMNewsNow.com. Area first responders roll up their sleeves for a good cause and some bragging rights. That story's coming up. And an area nonprofit celebrates the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Suffer with.
Vice President Kamala Harris received a big boost in her White House bid with an endorsement from former President Barack Obama. And tonight in Florida, former President Donald Trump is giving a campaign speech hours after meeting with Israel's Prime Minister for the first time in several years. Erica Brown has the latest from Washington.
Former President Donald Trump spoke at a religious summit in South Florida Friday night.
I stand before you tonight thanks to the power of prayer and the grace of Almighty God.
In a social media post, Trump said he plans to hold a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, the small city where he survived an assassination attempt. Earlier at his Mar-a-Lago estate, Trump welcomed Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for their first face-to-face meeting in nearly 4 years. A reporter asked Trump about Vice President Harris's remarks on the war in Gaza after her meeting with Netanyahu on Thursday.
I think her remarks were disrespectful.
Harris, the presumptive Democratic nominee, expressed concern over the mounting Palestinian death toll and humanitarian situation in Gaza. She also said she told the Prime Minister she will always ensure Israel will be able to defend itself.
We cannot look away in the face of these tragedies. We cannot allow ourselves to become numb to the suffering, and I will not be silent.
On Friday, Harris won a vital endorsement from former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama.
Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
With Democrats uniting behind her, Harris is now turning to picking a running mate, with some of the more than a dozen contenders getting informal tryouts on the stump, including Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro.
The vice president now has a deeply personal decision to make.
Both the Trump and Harris campaigns will be on the road this weekend, with Sunday marking 100 days until the November election. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
The Harris campaign is expected to name a VP pick by the first full week of August. The Democratic National Convention begins on August 19th in Chicago. 4 state residents turned out today for the Boots, Badges, Bandages, and Bikes blood drive at Harley Hideout in Joplin. Try and say it 5 times fast. The event brought out the community for this bragging rights competition to see who could donate the most blood on behalf of area first responders. The department with the most votes will also receive a traveling trophy. The real winners from today's event were blood recipients.
You've got to give blood. You got to. It's, it's everybody, if they're in an accident or sick or whatever, it's important people have blood and you give it to them,
Bragging rights for the next year will go to the Joplin Police Department, who won by 4 pints of blood. The total amount collected for the event was 140 pints. The Skill Resource Center in Parsons, Kansas celebrated the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act today. The nonprofit hosted a fun-filled day full of visitors and clients featuring food, games, prizes, and a lot more. Skill says that although the celebration was to commemorate the anniversary, there is more work to do when it comes to advocating for people with disabilities.
And so then we just continue to work, one curb cut at a time, one job at a time, we're able to change the world. And now, when you go places, you see people with disabilities, they're part of our community, they are integrated, but there is still more work to do. People get lax.
Skill provides services and resources for persons with disabilities and their families, such as advocacy, transportation, and assistive technology. A little later, fair season in Southwest Kansas rolls on with the Neosho County Fair in Erie, Kansas.
And we are starting to heat up. We'll talk about it right after the break.
Bishop and Hayes.
Well, we've got warmer temperatures moving into the weekend and some rain chances, but for tonight we're looking good. We'll go ahead and take a look outside at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Mostly clear night. We do have some clouds out there, but like I said, overall not too bad tonight. We did have a few showers passing by earlier today, and they were mostly isolated. Heavy rainfall in those areas that did get some rain, but everywhere else didn't receive much. Now, temperatures about average. Low of 69 this morning and a high of 89, so we're just under average, which is good. We're moving into the August season, so we really are going to start to warm up, especially over the next couple of weeks. We did have a few showers, but mostly just clouds right now. We're going to remain dry for the rest of the night. We do have rain showers tomorrow, so it's going to keep us pretty cool in the afternoon. This is the heat index chart. So we got about 90 degrees out in Joplin. That's what it's going to feel like. A little bit warmer out in the western counties, 93 in Independence, 92 in Parsons, Fredonia, Sedan, Nowata. Like I said, we're a little bit cooler because of the rain showers on Saturday early afternoon. But when we move into Sunday, we're not seeing much rain earlier in the day, so the heat index is getting up to the upper 90s. Actual temperatures are going to be in the lower 90s, about 90, 91 out in Joplin and surrounding counties. But future feels, so this is what it's going to feel like due to the humidity. 96 out in Joplin, 97 in Baxter Springs and Pittsburgh, 98 Welsh, Oswego, Miami, Veneta, 100 out in some areas, Nowata, 101 Yates Center, Fredonia, Independence, 102 out in Sedan. So we're really heating up, especially out in those western counties. And this is just Sunday. We're going to continue to warm up over the next several days after that. But your weekend planner, so we've got 87 as a high on Saturday, but remember those heat index values are in the lower 90s. 91 as a high on Sunday, but again, heat index values in the upper 90s and even reaching triple digits. Now, some pop-up showers Saturday afternoon, earlier in the afternoon, and it's going to be mostly warm and humid weekend. Mostly cloudy skies, partly cloudy skies outside of the rain shower chances. Then we move into Sunday. We've got an isolated storm late on Sunday into early Monday morning, and it's really not going to affect most of us. But 24-hour rain chances, we've got that spike up at about 2 p.m. a little after 1 p.m., we've got those showers starting to move in. Those will continue until later in the evening, dropping off right around 7 p.m. Outside of that, we're looking pretty good for the next couple of days. That isolated storms Sunday night into early Monday morning, and then we're clear Monday and Tuesday, but temperatures really start to warm up. 96 on Monday, 99 on Tuesday, 100 on Wednesday, and 102 on Thursday. Now, temperatures, actual temperatures in those upper 90s and triple digits, but the heat index values are likely going to be well above that. So we're probably going to see some heat advisories start to push into our area Monday through the rest of the week.
Yeah, so enjoy tomorrow while you can.
Oh yeah. I mean, those nice showers. We do have a couple of rain chances after that, but yeah, this forecast it's getting hot.
Yeah, stay safe.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
Thanks, Lindsay. Well, now you can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, and sports with KOAM Plus TV streaming app. It's available on Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV Plus, and Roku. The player is also available on our news and weather apps, as well as our website. Watch live streaming anytime, absolutely free. The KOAM Plus TV streaming app. Construction gets underway at a training center for the Fort Scott Fire Department. Crews have leveled the land and poured concrete pillars to support the shipping containers, which will be used for the center. The crew says there is still a lot more work to do, but the containers provide a great start. The Neosho County Fair is underway in Erie, Kansas. Animal showings began this morning, starting with swine and concluding with market goats in the evening. The fair will continue throughout the weekend with live music, a cornhole tournament, and a tractor pull on the schedule of events. Coming up in sports, Pitt State announces the hiring of their new softball head coach. Plus, a couple of NFL quarterbacks get a massive payday. Brock Baldridge has the details and more up next.
So help me God. I'm ready for liberty.
Pitt State softball announced the departure of their head coach, Jenny Fuller, on Wednesday, and she was introduced as the new head coach for Northwestern State. Now, earlier today, the Gorillas announced their replacement with the program's newest head coach. Pitt State hires Josh Barnes as the new head coach. Barnes spent the previous 2 seasons at Crowder College in Neosho. Coach Barnes led the Rough Riders to an 89-37 record in his tenure with Crowder, which included a pair of Region 16 tournament championships. Now, Coach Barnes released his first statement as new head coach, saying, quote, "Growing up in Kansas, Pitt State has always been a place and community I admired. I'm thankful for the opportunity given to me by Athletic Director Jim Johnson and President Dan Shipp to lead the softball team. I look forward to continuing the success established by Jenny and Brad Fuller, centered around great culture and hard work," end quote. Well, the Joplin Outlaws coming into the weekend as one of the hottest teams in the Mid-American League after the team went on a 9-1 homestand the previous time. So Joplin comes into the night winning with a 6-game winning streak. That has now snapped. Sherman beats Joplin tonight 7-4. The Outlaws give up 4 runs in the 6th inning, which was the deciding factor in the game. Both teams back at it tomorrow night. The Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference held their football media day this morning in Wichita. Local teams like Independence and Coffeyville Community College were placed in this year's coaches poll. So here's a look at the preseason coaches poll for the 2024 KJCC football season. Hutchinson Community College takes the top spot with 6 first-place votes. Garden City comes in right behind them in second place with only 1 first-place vote. Then the local teams Coffeyville and Independence Community College were predicted to finish tied for 5th with 19 total points for each team. Over to pro football, another quarterback from the AFC enjoys a nice payday. The Miami Dolphins are extending their quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. The Miami QB gets the largest contract franchise in history. This deal includes $167 million guaranteed. And well, it didn't take long after that, but the Green Bay Packers have agreed with their quarterback Jordan Love to a 4-year, $220 million contract extension. This deal makes him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. He also gets a record-setting $75 million signing bonus with $155 million of those dollars guaranteed. So that now makes it 8 quarterbacks paid higher than Patrick Mahomes. So obviously, a lot of athletes are getting the money as well. And
yeah, and the Dallas Cowboys have agreed to pay me $50 million because they're tired of Dak Prescott.
Oh, well, we'll see about that. But we're also tonight, the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. The Olympic Games are underway, so it should be exciting to see a lot of the athletes get their thing started.
Did you see me there? I was there.
Oh, I did not see you there.
Yeah,
I wish I did. I wish I could have seen you.
Yep, I'm competing in a sport that no one's ever heard of or seen before. So
I can't wait to see what that consists. Hopefully you win a medal.
Yeah, thanks. That's a look at sports. We're back with more after this.
Feels good to be home this weekend.
Today is National Scotch Day, but not any old whiskey will do. To be Scotch, it has to be made in Scotland, made from malted barley, aged in oak barrels for at least 3 years, and be less than 94.8% alcohol. You can post to the social media hashtag National Scotch Day. Fun fact, there are 5 types of Scotch: single malt, single grain, blended malt, blended grain, and blended. Bonus points if you wear a kilt.
Wow.
All right. I'm Scotch. Yeah, great.
I'm gonna skip National Scotch Day.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely.
We'll go straight to the weather then.
Exactly.
We've got some isolated storm chances Saturday and Sunday. Mostly we're focused on the heat. We're really warming up by Monday, Tuesday, triple digits by the middle of the week. So it's going to get pretty hot, pretty muggy.
Very much so. And then final sports.
Yeah, St. Louis Cardinals, they lose an extra inning tonight to the Washington Nationals, and then the Kansas City Royals get a shutout win against the Chicago Cubs 6-0. So both teams back at it tomorrow.
All righty. That's our time for tonight. Thanks for watching from all of us here at KOAM. Have a great night.